In Greek mythology, Zeus is known as the king of gods, ruler of Mount Olympus, and god of thunder and justice. But beneath his grandeur lies a darker side, revealing traits of tyranny, vengeance, and manipulation. Let's take a closer look at the 6 less divine aspects of Zeus. Number 1. Tyrannical rule. Zeus often displayed traits of a tyrant, using his power to control gods and humans alike. When challenged, he responded with overwhelming force. One key example is the Titanomachy, the war between the Olympians and the Titans. After defeating his father, Cronus, Zeus imprisoned the Titans in Tartarus, ensuring their eternal torment. This cemented his absolute rule, showing little mercy for those who opposed him. Prometheus, the Titan who defied Zeus by giving fire to humanity, is another example. Zeus punished him by chaining him to a rock, where an eagle would eat his liver daily, only for it to regenerate each night. This eternal torment reflects Zeus's ruthlessness in dealing with defiance. Number 2. Harsh punishments. Zeus was notorious for severe punishments, often doled out in extreme and cruel ways. Sisyphus, a mortal king who cheated death, angered Zeus by defying the natural order. His punishment was eternal, forced to roll a boulder up a hill, only for it to roll back down each time he neared the top. This endless task was symbolic of Zeus's unrelenting wrath. Ixion, a mortal who lusted after Zeus's wife, Hera, suffered similarly. Zeus bound him to a fiery, spinning wheel for all eternity after tricking him into acting on his desires. These punishments show how Zeus dealt with transgressors, harshly and without pity. Number 3. Infidelity and deception. Despite being married to Hera, Zeus was infamous for his numerous affairs with mortals and goddesses, often using deception to seduce them. In the case of Europa, Zeus transformed into a beautiful white bull to gain her trust. After luring her onto his back, he carried her across the sea to Crete, where he revealed his true form and made her his lover. This manipulation shows Zeus's willingness to deceive for personal desires. Another example is Danae, the mother of Perseus. Zeus took the form of Golden Rain to enter her prison and seduce her. These deceptions highlight Zeus's disregard for the mortals involved, as he pursued his desires without consequence. Number 4. Manipulation of fate. Zeus, though not entirely in control of fate, often manipulated it to serve his interests, with little regard for the resulting human suffering. In the Trojan War, Zeus influenced the course of events to honor the requests of gods like Thetis, mother of Achilles. His interference extended the conflict, increasing the suffering of mortals. While Zeus appeared neutral, his actions shaped the fate of many. The story of Heracles is another example. While Heracles was destined for greatness, Zeus's affair with Alcmene and subsequent divine interventions altered his fate. Hera's interference, spurred by Zeus's infidelity, led to Heracles' 12 labors, complicating his life significantly, all because of Zeus's actions. 5. Vengeful nature. Zeus's vengeful side was swift and devastating. One of the most striking examples is the flood of Deucalion. Outraged by humanity's wickedness, Zeus flooded the earth, wiping out nearly all of humankind, sparing only Deucalion and Pyrrha. This myth echoes flood stories from other cultures and shows Zeus's readiness to annihilate humanity to correct moral failings. Zeus's treatment of King Lycaon is another example of his vengefulness. After Lycaon tested him by serving a meal made from human flesh, Zeus transformed him into a wolf, punishing him for his disrespect. 6. Abuse of power. Zeus's power was often abused. He used his thunderbolts to maintain dominance and instill fear. For example, Salmoneus, a mortal king who tried to impersonate Zeus by mimicking thunder, was struck down by Zeus's thunderbolt, destroying both him and his city. Even the gods weren't safe from his wrath. When Hera led a rebellion against him, Zeus hung her from the sky in golden chains, a cruel display of power that quelled her uprising. This event further solidified Zeus's tyrannical grip on Olympus. Zeus's relationships with his family were fraught with tension. His many affairs led to constant strife with Hera, who often sought revenge on his lovers and their children. Her relentless persecution of Heracles, one of Zeus's illegitimate offspring, was born of her jealousy and Zeus's inability to stay faithful. Zeus's desire to maintain control even extended to his offspring. He famously swallowed Metis, the mother of Athena, to prevent the birth of a child prophesied to overthrow him. Athena was eventually born from Zeus's head, but this act of swallowing her mother demonstrated his fear of losing power, even within his own family. So, while Zeus may be the mightiest of the gods, his rule was far from perfect, marked by tyranny, vengeance, and manipulation. If you enjoyed this exploration of mythology and history, be sure to subscribe for more fascinating stories and legends from around the world. Don't forget to like, share, and hit the bell to stay notified of new videos. And don't forget, even the king of gods was bound by his own flaw.